I'm here at the Owners and Managers Retreat. It's been very informative. Everyone has been very knowledgeable and very willing to give advice. The icebreaker in the beginning is very great. I like that. I like that everyone got to interview someone else. It was very informative. You got to learn a little bit about everyone. It was great to get into a group.
A lot of good information if you're trying to learn how to run your business more efficiently, more effectively, how to be a better leader within your company.
I am really appreciative of the mentoring that they provide. I love the special speakers that they bring in. Every year they have a different group of speakers.
So this is my third retreat in a row, and every time it keeps getting better. Excellent panel of experts, and in meeting old friends and new friends.
This is my first retreat. Just learning about how to develop relationships and how to figure out how to get into new areas of the trade and find new marketing ideas, I guess, with other owners and people that are here.
It is my first time. So far, I've met lots of good, knowledgeable people in this industry. Is a lot of information that has been coming in, and I'm loving all the information and all the different experiences from everybody, construction, water mitigation, fire, you name it. I'm just getting all the information in as much as I can.
So I got to see the different businesses, the different point of view, and the different strategy that they use for their business. So it's been a really good learning experience.
I learned a lot of different ideas. Probably the most valuable to me was sales, just being able to learn all the different ideas that they have, and also tangible ways to set goals for those people, to hold them accountable for our staff, so that way they can really get into these new segments without us just getting lost trying to implement all these new ideas that we pick up.
We attended virtually last year. Today's our first year in person here. Love it. Lots of really great information, great speakers, and good takeaways, and I would recommend it. I have 3 pages of notes, and I can't wait to implement them, mainly marketing, and also cleaning information and strategizing and all kinds of stuff.
It's been a great retreat. I can tell I'm surrounded by a group of people that really are invested in the industry and know what they're talking about, and I'm learning a lot of great things.
There's going to be a theme that's connecting everything, and that's clearly defined expectations.
And I want to show you how to get more referrals from people you already know, and some people that you don't know, but that are right there in front of you in the business. If you don't have clear expectations for activity and results, it's really hard for that person, or even for yourself, if you're doing it yourself. If you don't set expectations for what the activity level should be and what the results are that you're expecting, it's tough to succeed.
Referral marketing. That's part of operational sales, is that we created workflows and best practices and standardization of those core functions that it has this effect.
Like a balance sheet is book value. So generally accepted accounting principles, which is the standard we use.
At every step of the way, having good financials was critical. Your financials should be giving you peace of mind, not making you uncomfortable.
But at least I knew what was going on. I could identify where the problems were and do something about it.
But you can't do the things you want to do unless you understand the finances.
When we talk about sales, we have to even think about HR differently in that we're selling people. I want to be the place that people want to come to work and have a career and have opportunity and joy, and I think a couple of people said that. And so we got to think about that part of sales these days, because that's not going to go away.
The food is awesome. That's like a take home right there. The food is really good every time I come here.
The food is, I'm gonna need my boss to step his game up, because this food is really good, especially that brisket.
Dude, the smoke, I can't even live up to that. I mean, I like the smoke stuff, but now I feel embarrassed because that was delicious.
Absolutely. The food is great.
Yeah, the food's been great, top notch.
The food is awesome. They're a 10 out of 10. It's not a bag of chips and a soggy sandwich that's been sitting out for hours. It's done with care. It's done with love. There's passion. There's, they take their time and they put their care into, feeding everyone, and nothing brings people together like food.
Talk about what you can be doing as business owners to think about how you're bringing people into the workforce, and I'll go through some specifics, was that the top 3 reasons that people leave jobs are the same. Inadequate compensation, lack of career development and advancement was number 2, and number 3 was uncaring leadership. That is across the generations. So when you think about the people that you can't do without, like you just like, I gotta have this person. They came in, maybe they surprised you, maybe you didn't think they were gonna be successful, but they are. Talk to that person and find out what they like about working for you.
Well, how do we handle chemistry safely? All right, gotta do that. The other thing you gotta do is teach them how to do it with blood and body fluid, CFR 1910-1030. If you don't do that, if somebody gets infected with a bloodborne, you become held responsible for not providing that training. Those are standards. Is what's considered to be the step-by-step sequence of achieving a certain result in the most efficient way possible. The strategic end is understanding how to manage a team of soldiers, right? How do you manage your team? You're all owners, you're managing people.
So we're gonna go out as a group, then we're gonna break into 3 stations. So it may sound something like you are assigned inspection of a warehouse at the end of every day at 3 o'clock, and you do this. It's very specific to maintain it. Okay, go to your stations, 1, 2, 3.
There was a degree of logic as to what was where.
The truck gets cleaned and restocked immediately when it comes back.
So it's ready to go.
So it's ready to go. Because you wait till the next day, even if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, what happens if you get another loss at 3? Right. You know, you're scrambling.
I'm a believer in vehicles stocked less than a warehouse. Because the time from vehicle to warehouse and back and forth is just lost time. You can't bill it to anybody. And if you added up those minutes into hours over the year, it's staggering. And I come from the commercial restoration world where all of our stuff, we had like 3,000 square foot warehouses and like 20,000 square foot of trucks we used to joke about.
How do you hold your people accountable? What do you do when those scorecards don't matter? What do you do when JP's truck idea, they don't freaking fill the truck back up? What do you do when your incentive plans that should make these people 6 figures more, 6-figure bonuses on top of their salaries and benefits, don't actually motivate them? What do you do when you don't hire well? Because it takes a while to figure that out. But really getting down to it, what do you do and say when someone doesn't do what they're supposed to, they do it late, or they do it poorly? You all took a minute to maybe think through some of the stuff you've learned here, right? And I shared with you a few tips on ways to be more accountable. You are going to take so much out of this time here. You learn so much information. And I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but information's cool, but skill and application are way cooler. And your ability to go apply these things to your business is what's going to make the biggest difference. And it won't even just be you. It's going to be your people. You got to sit here and learn it. You got it in full context. You walked around the warehouse and saw the truck and heard and were a part of the financial conversations. Your people weren't. Figuring out how you hold them accountable and how they hold your techs accountable or the rest of your teams accountable is really critical.
I love the camaraderie, so we've seen some of the same people every year. We get to catch up, see how they're doing, see what's new in their business. I also really love just talking to other business owners and finding out what they're doing, how they're dealing with new trends in the industry. And it's really just a great time.
You can put your business aside for 2 days because you're going to get way more out of it when you go back. It'll end up saving you time. It'll end up making you more profit. So it's definitely worthwhile.
Well, I'm definitely coming back. I think there's a lot to take away from this and learn, and just meeting other people here, just talking to different owners on how they run their stuff, how they advertise, marketing, stuff like that. It's valuable. Even if this was 4 days, it's time worth, well spent.
Why would you not? You're meeting a bunch of wonderful people. They give you presents, they make you eat, and they give you drinks. What could go wrong?
It's well worth the money. Absolutely.
It's always a good experience. It's money well spent, in my opinion. If you're on the fence about it, it's an obvious decision. Just go for it.
We use RTI's digital solution, and last year was the first year we did this class. We did it virtually and decided to come this year. And again, I feel that RTI is run and managed by a group of people that know what they're talking about and really care about the restoration industry and what we're trying to do in it, and so that's very helpful to us as business owners.
It's definitely the best place to go locally for us to get training for WRT, ASD for our staff. They always come here, they see a really great operation, a really great culture, and they come back full of ideas and excitement about how to improve our own business.
You guys are like family, and that reflects on when you guys train. You can see how confident and how family-oriented you guys are, and that's what I'm looking for my business.
The experience, the camaraderie, the people that you meet, the friendships that you make, the aspect of business to business, being together with other people that you have things in common with, learning from them, the circle of leaving here and having these people as references, not looking at them as competitors, that's priceless. You can't put a dollar figure on that, and I would say it's a drop in the bucket to what you're going to take away from here.